Hi, I'm Don Pecora with IMAGINiT. I'm joined by my associate Brian Goche, who's kindly taking a picture of me for our internal marketing group. I would like to say, after sitting up here, I'd like to commend the panel, the executive, because these lights are extremely bright. You don't have any idea how bright they are sitting up here, so good job for everybody doing that. We're here today talking a lot about innovation with BIM and going forward. So that's what we try to focus on when we help our customers, is helping them through innovative activities such as we're doing here today with BIM. So a little bit of background about IMAGINiT. For those of you who aren't familiar with us, we are across the country. We're in the US as well. We're about 40-45 offices, comprising of a very large group of technical staff who assist with all sorts of levels of projects, not just in the building AEC group, but in infrastructure, transportation, and the mechanical manufacturing sectors as well. We have a collective group that are well over 20 years of experience. Our staff, like my good friend says, our staff typically come from the industry, and they're professionals. They've used the tools. They've worked in the trenches, as we say, and they're very, very knowledgeable and able to help you along the way with your projects. We work and focus on BIM with buildings, BIM with civil engineering as well, and we are part of RAND Worldwide. Our parent company, RAND Worldwide, is comprised of a few different groups. IMAGINiT is our Autodesk focus group. We are Autodesk's largest business partner throughout Canada and the US. We provide training, software, all the Autodesk suites of software, all sorts of support services to get you going. Ascent is in the middle of our globe here. Ascent produces Autodesk courseware, official courseware, which some of you may have used in our training courses or elsewhere as well. Ascent also produces custom courseware for all sorts of other purposes and our clients as well. RAND has a couple of other specific high-end 3D manufacturing solutions as well, which aren't really pertinent for today, but I'll note those. So just a pinpoint map of where we're located. We've got quite a grouping, and we have a variety of sales, technical, and solution consultants located in all these areas. Why that's important for our clients is that allows you to get the best of breed that we have available for the type of projects that you're working on. So if it's a small project, it's newer, you can utilize some of our, say, less experienced staff, but we've got some experienced staff that have been involved in very large projects over a very good length of times, right back from day one of the technology, speaking of Revit in this case. So we've got the tools and the people in place to help you be productive. So we like to talk about driving real advantage with technology and driving real advantage in your business through our people, process, and technology reviews and analysis. We help to improve all of those through education productivity, through analysis of the way you're working currently with the technology, through your workflows, ensure you're using best of practices, and ensuring the technology is set up to work correctly for you. We heard the panel talk about certain issues. Some of those issues can be resolved with some outside assistance sometimes, as opposed to trying to do things all in-house. So whether it's us or our friendly partners here, Autodesk, whoever else, never be afraid to reach out and ask for some help or for some opinions even on things, because there's a very excellent level of knowledge out in the industry that you may not be aware of. So today in particular, what we're talking about in our booth is the I in BIM. I'm going to talk about three specific things. BIM Management Services we offer, a Scan to BIM tool we have, and Clarity for Revit or Revit Server. So again, some of the items were noted today, we highlight on here, but in effect, as you do your introspective look at yourselves, how effective are your BIM processes and your BIM models? Are you happy with those? If not, perhaps some of the suggestive services that we have to offer can help out, whether it's performing user assessments and developing targeted training programs to target specific needs of where those users need improvement. We do outsource BIM coordinating and management with some of our technical solution consultants. So in the States in particular, we've started the software. We've actually been hired to do that key role of a BIM coordinator. Perhaps companies don't want to take the time and money to invest in that person on site themselves. They don't necessarily have enough BIM projects going on and on and on to justify that person's particular salary that they may have to pluck from somewhere else in industry and pay a high dollar for. They can utilize our services on an as-needed basis for specific projects. One of the other items I'll note here as well is our BIM model and Revit project health checks. So again, we kind of lump some of these items in together there to help do a complete picture of the health of your people, process, and technology. And we talked a little bit about scanning. So scanning is becoming a very popular buzzword, utilizing point cloud data, and that's all great. It's easy enough for anyone to obtain a scan. There's solution providers out there. We sell the Leica high definition scanners ourselves, but the real goal that you need is that project deliverable. What do you need from that project scan? What do you need from that existing environment? What you typically need is a CAD model, a BIM model. So what we do is provide the software that helps to produce those. We also help with the consultative service to do those services ourselves in-house, but we sell the tools to help you take that point cloud data intelligently and very productively inside of Revit to convert that to intelligent Revit model objects for architectural, for MEP, and for structure. So we've got a bit more about that at our booth. We've got all sorts of information about that on our website. We don't have the video to play today, but just wanted to mention that. So again, to do with the I in BIM, information, we developed Clarity as a tool to allow non-technical people to have access to all the information that you're building in your BIM model. You can utilize this any place, anytime, anywhere. It resides on a web server, provides access on a URL, so anywhere with a computer, with a web connection, on your iPad, you can pull up that data set and view the various types of plans you've got in place there, view things like room data sheets, all sorts of information about the model that's predefined in templates that's available for your own live online production, or to have those on an as-needed basis to produce on a regular schedule. There's other tools we have built into that as well for productivity, for plotting out data sets, plot sets, and some other activities in there as well. So with that, if there's things that you need help with in terms of BIM services, getting more information about your Clarity, about your BIM model to your non-technical people, such as your project managers, Clarity is a tool for that, and of course, Scan to BIM. Thanks very much, and I'll pass it over to Mike.